We now move to another item, which is urgent matters without notice. Any urgent matters without notice. I think I explained what is expected to be raised here. Actuarial science and IRMAS.
So my concern is for sabbatical 21. Yes, we have issues with sockets in the house. So I was told to submit the report to the minister, which I did on the 30th of September. But up until now, you find to say nothing has been done, and especially where I sleep. You're trying to say when we plug the extension, sparks are coming out. So I don't know if you people are going to take action after I die or I die.
Okay, maybe just reading out of the same. When we start that time, because I want to know each and everyone, the way I'm able to say IRMAS, Zika, so you stand, you present, you introduce yourself. I am representing this association, then you speak.
First thing is we have been complaining about bees attacking us, and no one has we don't have water. Like this is the 4th day. We have tried to report and nothing is being done. And the bathroom has 2 leakages from the sink, and the people who sleep in the 3rd room always wake up in a flood. So I kindly ask if you can help us. Thank you.
Speaking, the concern that I have is that we feel down school, especially the area where Senanga is neglected in terms of cleanliness. The place is not flushed, they have not cleaned it. It's not as up school here, and you can see that difference. So please, especially looking at the season we are in, we have a lot of snakes and other bugs that really are. We had even a student who was bitten by a snake recently. Then the other one is a security concern. We have concern where we are having a lot of junkies. And if you have been to Senanga and neighboring hostels, you can tell to say it has really been a nuisance. Our ladies cannot move freely, and that is really urgent. Please, we need you to be expedient about it. It is a matter of life and death. Then the other matter is, like the other honorable member said, it has to do with the sanitation. The drainage system in most of these hostels is horrible. That is why we are having, now we have water, thank you very much. At least these days, 1 or 2, we have water most of the time. But now that is posing another issue of floods. You would wake up finding your room is flooded. And looking at the issue, it is very important. Look at this. Some of us are looking at, we do not have sockets, and the electricity is not stable. And you have water in this room. So we do not want those other issues. These are my concerns. I submit.
So this is in relation to the campus security. We, as the Lucifer Hostel, or by the way, I'm Vice President of So in relation to this issue, most girls in hostels like Kafiwe and Lucifer are finding it uncomfortable that these security guards are literally patrolling in the hostels at night during like odd hours. So it is making most of the girls really uncomfortable. So my recommendation is that during, let's say, crisis, like let's say death, cyber should actually have like poles or like stations where you can actually look for a cyber and find it instead.
Order.
so find
Honorable
them.
member, are you able to withdraw the word "it"?
Yes. I replaced the word "it" with "them" to find them at actual stations. So that instead of them moving around and patrolling at odd hours, they have actual places where we can find them, so that they can actually be, utilized in a proper way.
Okay. Ladies, so the ladies that want to speak would raise their hands, then we'll come back to the gents. The gents are so dominant, they want to speak on every session. So even ladies must behave now.
My first concern, okay, my first submission is my hostel, like the moment power comes, we never have power until like after some hours, until the engineer comes to do whatever, I don't know. Yes. Then my second concern is about Wi-Fi. We know we have poor network in school, like at the moment. And when you go to these study venues, there is poor Wi-Fi. So that's matter one. And we're heading towards the exam period. My third concern is we're heading towards this study break. And you know the study venues are overcrowded for like that. So we need electricity or power during the day. At least we're able to study from our rooms like the way we are doing as power last semester.
The honorable member for Magoya Hostel. So my concern is regarding the closed tabs. So an issue was raised in the group for the hostels referring to the Minister of Health, and nothing was done. They've closed our tabs, and the same tabs are used by Magoya, Bereshi, we have Laputa there, and most people coming from Jack Square, they use the same tabs. They closed all our tabs, and we're not having any tabs which are working. Then we resorted to using the tabs for Lwapula Hostel and Bereshi, and the madams, the cleaners from there said, since these same tabs, you're not keeping them tidy, we're going to close them also. So now my concern is, how are you going to help us? Are you going to close all the tabs down school since the place is empty, or maybe you are going to open more tabs to help us? So that's my concern.
The issue with dogs at the sabbatical. As I was coming, Mr. Speaker, a dog chased me.
Order, I think that is it is not funny. It is something that we do. So, order.
Mr. Speaker, as I was coming, a dog chased me and I fell in water and I went back. This issue for dogs, we've been reporting it since 2023. Dogs, I don't know, they keep on multiplying, reproducing. We have a lot of dogs at Sabbatical. And this rain season, we will experience a lot of snakes, dogs. Please look into the matter for dogs. Thank you.
Honorable member for Kabwe Hostel. I have a concern, and this concern is for the whole house, especially girls. So, I'll start with my concern personally with my hostel. I've been reporting issues, especially with the doors, and also the bathrooms. We've got problems. They don't do anything. But then this concern, I think it's alarming to all of us. So the issue is, I met two guys from my hostel around 03, 04 somewhere there, entering our bathrooms. And then when I asked, they were like, oh, I thought it's a guy's hostel. But then, I don't know if the honorable member for Lukusashi hostel is here. I was told by my friend that there were two guys also around 02. They were entering the same hostel, and then one of the members of Lukusashi hostel asked, "What are you guys doing around this time? And this is the girls' hostel." they said, that's not your business, can you just mind your own business? Then they entered the bathroom, they got the pad beans. And then, when the girl went inside to go and report to say, there are people that are getting the pad beans. By the time they reached, they found the guys, they went. And then they started discussing there to say, our pad beans are gone, so what are we going to do? Let's report to the cyber. And then they're still discussing, the guys came back and took the pad beans back. And then they started asking the same group, and then they said, you're lucky that our thing didn't go through. Otherwise, would have carried everything here. We'll go and see you next time. So, it's real too. So I'm trying to tell all the hostel reps, especially for girls, please, let's mind and see the people that enter our hostels, especially guys, because it's not the first time. I've also heard another hostel, but I'm not sure, and I don't have evidence. That's why I mentioned Lukusashi. So if there's the honorable member for Lukusashi hostel, I don't know if she can confirm or not, but in Lukusashi there's my friend there who says.
Okay, no, I think we'll take it as true.
Want to see, or they are settled in one area, maybe in the kitchen they are sleeping. Because me, I've noticed there was a day that we were doing a discussion in the kitchen. I found cyber, a group of them, they are sleeping, they even put into my jackets.
And I think let me pass this directive once and for all. We use English in this house. And I think I've been hearing that thing for that is not appropriate speech. So let us use appropriate speech.
I withdraw, but this is...
Order. Honorable member, you can pass the mic to the next speaker. It seems you want to make a circus out of this house.
This opportunity of my submissions. And you forgive me, I'm cutting this one just to make sure that I don't beat around the bush too much. I just go straight to the point. Yes, I'll start with the issue of kitchens which were previously connected to Gen 6 around down school, which have been suddenly disconnected, minus even us being told or being given a proper reason for that. And this has been, in fact, this is causing a lot of distress for a lot of students down school. Now that even the Gen 6 that was by freshers, it is also not working. So what we are talking about here is that the entire down school has no kitchen that is functioning, and there is no justification for that given to us, which is very unfair. Secondly is the issue of funeral policy. I would like to, even the House, I would like to put this aboard to say we need to revisit funeral policy, which is very unfair. If you've not read it, I think you should pass through. Funeral policy needs to be revised in the sense that, for example, in the cases where
that does not suffice to be a matter, an urgent matter without notice.
Okay,
so maybe we can raise it on another avenue. For now, we want serious matters that are affecting students.
All right, thank you, David, for the correction. The other one is on accommodation.
Even that one does not suffice. I even guided to say we want serious matters. There are no cases that if not attended to someone will die. But that is in the long run. It is too far-fetched that someone will be affected. So if you don't have anything else related, no sanitation, no what.
All right, thank you, David. That's why I wrote. So, because I wrote, and I'll put the other concern there. And the other concern is
just one. Okay, let him raise the last one, then we hear the point of vote.
Yes, thank you so much. The other issue that I would like you, Prime Minister, to look into is the issue of responses in regards to plumbers and electricians. We have a lot of issues that we've reported to our hall attendants, and the hall attendants have even engaged these guys. Sometimes even plumbers and electricians, they would come, but they would not do their job. And this has been a lot of unnecessities in our hostels. In the sense that a plumber will come, will just look at it until, oh, tomorrow I'll come and fix this thing. Then the plumber has disappeared just like that till now, and the hostels will remain in dangerous, even worse situation than you would have found it. Thank you.
The problem that I'm raising is about the showers in our hostel. We still do not have showers, we still have to bath from water that is coming straight from the wall, which is not conducive for my toilets in my hostel. At least I'm sure I can manage, but thank you very much.
Okay.
Chibombo Hostel representative. My submission is that the current issue at hand in Chibombo Hostel is that we're facing sanitation challenges, and that is with regards to the stagnant water that is outside the hostel. So I made serious submissions to the Minister of Health like a few weeks ago, and nothing has been done, and I had done so prior to the rain season so that we don't face the current issue we are currently facing, because people who are down can fully confirm to say there is stagnant water outside Chibombo Hostel there in front, which is even making which is making it difficult for people to pass, just passing, and that is due to it is being caused by how do I put it? The clogged pipes. That is both Chitambo and as well as our hostel. So there's a slope there. So all the water that comes from Chitambo hostel as well as from our hostel, it all goes there and remains stagnant. And we're talking about rain season, so it would be very it would be very, very difficult for us not to get sick, I would put it, because that is one of the very serious health concerns, because stagnant water in rain season isn't that much good. So that is one of the issues that has to be currently worked on.
No, that's true. Even students can have malaria if that is the case. So,
Muswan speaking.
no, he said Muswan.
Yes, I just want to make an emphasis on power. When it comes to power, it is so unfair where you find that when you go to Freshers compound, they are connected.
So now we no longer have the mic, so we can, honorable member, you can proceed. You are protected.
Yes, so my point. Yes, my point is it's so unfair. You go to Freshers compound and you find the hostels are connected, and also the.
You can give him the mic now, since.
No, I'm talking about when the genset is running. So my point was, it's so unfair. You go to Freshers compound, the genset, the hostels and the kitchens are connected to the genset, and then you go to within down school, you go to Dongo somewhere there, the kitchens are not connected. So I would like to make a submission to say.
Where Mr. Speaker stays.
Yes, through you, Mr. Speaker, I want to make a submission to the Prime Minister to say, can you come up with a scheduled time whereby, at least if it's starting 11 to 13 somewhere there, where the genset, all the gensets down school are connected, and like you connect the hostels to the Freshers compound, because we are all students. It is so unfair. So please, you can, no, I'm talking about when it's connected, when the genset is running. Okay.
when they fix it, order is protected. But honorable member,
My concern is on the ambulance. I am aware that the ambulance is there to help the students in times of emergency. But whenever we try to call the driver that is in charge on that day, we are unable to get a hold of him. Or you would find if you manage to get a hold of the ambulance, it would take so long for the ambulance to arrive. Now in a situation where, let's say, a member of the hostel may have taken Doom or something, and then the ambulance comes after 20 minutes, how is that person supposed to survive in times of emergency?
This is to our Prime Minister to give us what are they doing about the network issue that we are facing in school.
Okay, thank you. So this session was for you to raise urgent matters, but before the close of this sitting, we are going to have a question and answer session where you ask the Prime Minister certain questions that you respond. But at this particular time, I think
one of the honorable members raised on the issue of ZESCO and also gensets powering the kitchens. So on the ZESCO, we have seen that we could also have power somewhere during the day for an hour or two. Yeah, so this was due to a shortage in the hours of power supply that was allocated to us. So they had moved instead of 12 to 10. So that's why we could have power for 2 hours during the day and from 22 to 05. But after hearing the concerns from students, me also being a student, we took a step ahead and addressed this issue that even today, this honorable house can confirm with me that power was restored at exactly 19:05.2 seconds. Yeah, and then on the issue of genset power in the kitchens, so for the genset which is just behind the ICT, so we have an issue on that genset. That's why if you can see on just by the gate, those offices currently are not working, and some people by the ICT are not operating because the genset which is by Precious Compound is damaged. Hence, that has resulted to our students and us being honorable members and also being students being affected by the same genset. And then for genset which is by disaster or business center, so last semester it was observed that when this genset was powering the hostels and together with the kitchens, it could cut, like it could just cut maybe after 30 minutes, they turn it on, it cuts. So that was due to the loading. So the loading is caused when a lot of appliances are being utilized by the power source, hence resulting in the shortage. So there was need to recall the genset so that it can withstand that. So due to our modern, like the design of our gensets, these gensets are very old and they're very old designs. That's why even for repairing the genset which is by Precious Compound, it has taken time. Also the genset which is by Town Campus has taken time because the school orders the spare parts like not within Zambia, which is South Africa. And a specialist has to be brought to come and fix the part. So this team which is here, like there are some things that they can do with the genset when it's damaged, and there are some things that they cannot do it because of the design of the genset. And then one of the honorable member, so this was the first 4 concerns, so the first 3 concerns, I think I wasn't writing who was speaking, sorry for that. So the second honorable member raised a concern on the standards on campus, that cholera, which is, yes, we are all aware that it is during this period that cholera cases come, especially for those that come from Lusaka and that's within our surroundings. So
So on this one, steps have been taken because we have also noticed that there are some areas that have been flooded, and hence the need to address this matter urgently so that none of us is affected, because cholera is not something that you can play with. It can wipe out the entire house, including myself. So this matter has been taken seriously, and we expect change to be seen starting Monday. And then on the issue, the Honorable Member for Sabbatical 31 mentioned those sockets. Yes, so I went round and I was given I told her to write a report. I think she can confirm with me. She sent the report and I received it, then I presented. So how the process is here, when you present something, that thing has to be budgeted by the institution. So when that budget is made, there is a team, a separate entity which deals with the procurement. And this is an institution that they don't just buy things. The same has to be approved. So there is also what we call a PP. So this is when if an institution misuses funds, it will be penalized. So all those processes have to be undertaken that these items are bought. So on the progress, yes, there's progress. For the sockets, most of the sockets will be purchased starting, I think, before the close, because as we are heading towards the study break and all that, I think most of the venues will need even these sockets for various use. Then Lukanga one, the Honorable Member mentioned of pipes connection to the hostels, which is the ceiling boards to be. So this was so I just wrote pipes connection to the hostel. Yeah. So for Lukanga one, so all those pipes that are supposed to be connected there are under the procurement stage. So the budget has been made, and that process is.
I think the issues which were raised based on the same, let's say plumbing or lights or sockets, you can just put them saying that you've taken note of those hostels or sabbaticals so that at least we cut on time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. For pipes, I didn't mention it from the first. Thank you so much for your guide. Yes, so for pipes and everything to do with the ceiling boards, I'm sure this Honorable House can confirm with me that there were some hostels that during the holiday, the old ceiling board was removed. Hostels like Alwela, Luombwa, all those hostels had old ceiling boards, and the ceiling boards was replaced. Even for the Honorable Member for Alwela, I can confirm with me that the hostel is now looking nice in the room. Yeah. And then for Sabbatical 15. Bees attack and the water issues. So for bees attack, this is a very urgent matter because we don't want students to be bitten, and some are allergic to bees bites. Some can die, some may not. So this is a very serious matter, and it will be worked on starting tomorrow because it needs serious attention. Then for water also, so there's need for pipes and all that. So that process is still under procurement. So once the materials will be in, then we'll post, just like we did during the desk when they brought this, and some apparatus that we have brought. We posted, no, this company has donated to us such material for this and all that. So let's be assured that this water issue will be something that will be a thing of the past. Yeah, and to tackle on this same water issue, I think some of the honorable members of this house, together with some branches of the MUSU, we had a tour. Just, during our first AGM, Mr. Speaker, if you can confirm with me, we had a tour where we went to Chinwe. We also went to Zambia Research Agriculture Institution. So we saw that there was need for water to be restored. Like, so initially, if you look at the expansion of some of the hostels around the campus, so for sabbaticals, you find that previous, like in the actual design of the institution, those houses were not meant for students. So even for freshers compound, that was an extension. So initially, they extended the hostels minus extending the water source. So after they saw that water had become a challenge, so then now we started drilling bores. Like we also saw what is happening, and the projection to when that project will be completed is during this holiday. That next semester, water issues can be something that will not be brought back to this house. Then we also had Kariba 1, so Wi-Fi connections. So on Wi-Fi connections, this honorable house can confirm with me that if you are that kind of a person who is too observant, you have seen some people working on just within the campus installing cables. So all those cables are optic fiber cables to tackle the issue of Wi-Fi. So it's due to the installation of the same cables that we don't have Wi-Fi, because the project is to expand the Wi-Fi resources so that students can stop gathering like by the dean of students in undesignated places. So the Wi-Fi project is ongoing, and the projection to when it will end was supposed to end December. So that's the projection. So even right now, the technical team is on campus. So we're going to update you on how far the project has been tackled. For Outgate, the new campaign for security instead of cyber, that's Outgate. So she mentioned cyber security moving at awkward hours. So just a few minutes ago, I went out and we will have a meeting with them tomorrow so that we see that our mamas in all the places are well protected, and that those guys can stop people anyhow. Yeah, so a meeting tomorrow will be arranged. We've already talked to the supervisor, and yes, we'll work on that one. Then we also had Maguire 1, closed pipes at the area. And on the network issue, we've been engaging. I'm sure most of you have been seeing pictures and all that. We've been engaging that this situation is put to an end. And I'm sure this honorable house is very much aware that across there's a tower that has been installed. We are just waiting for the technical team to come and finish up. So thank you, Mr. Speaker. We also want to thank this honorable house for giving me this opportunity to speak to you, and be rest assured that whatever that you presented here will not just sit in my office, but it will be something that will be able to point at. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Prime Minister. We're in here for this sitting.